What happens when cruelty strikes from behind? In a crowded American classroom, Maya, a black teenager, is shoved forward as her chair crashes, books scattering across the floor. A white classmate sneers, "People like you don't belong here," while the room watches in silence. They think she's powerless, just another victim. But what if the girl they mocked carries a secret powerful enough to silence the entire school? The sound of metal scraping against tile sets the stage for what comes next. The classroom was alive with chatter until a sudden screech of metal silenced everything. A white student smirked as he shoved the back of a chair, sending Maya, a black girl in uniform, crashing forward onto the floor. Books scattered, her hands scraped, and laughter rippled across the room. "Figures," the boy sneered, loud enough for everyone to hear, "people like you don't even belong in this school." His voice sliced through the stunned silence, leaving Maya on the ground, fighting back tears as every eye locked on her. The humiliation burned hotter than the sting on her palms. What no one realized in that moment was that the girl they thought was powerless carried a truth that could flip the entire room upside down. Maya gathered her scattered books with trembling hands, her knees burning from the fall. Around her, classmates whispered but stayed frozen, no one stepping in. The silence felt louder than the insult itself, like the whole room had agreed she wasn't worth defending. The boy leaned back in his chair, grinning, and kicked one of her notebooks across the floor. "Why don't you crawl back to where you came from?" he taunted, his words dripping with contempt. A ripple of laughter followed, shallow and cruel. The teacher looked away, pretending to shuffle papers, and the betrayal hit Maya harder than the push. She felt her chest tighten, the air leaving her lungs as if the walls themselves had closed in. A single pencil, broken from the fall, rolled to her side, a tiny reminder of how fragile she was being treated. Maya lifted her eyes, defiance flickering through the pain. "What would you do if this happened to you?" The bully wasn't finished. He leaned forward, voice sharp enough to cut. "You think you're special just because you're here? You'll never be more than a charity case." His words landed like stones, crushing whatever silence was left. Maya sank back into her seat, her hands clutching the broken pencil as if it were armor, but the room's laughter made her feel invisible, erased. Her chair still wobbled from the shove, a cruel reminder of her place. For a moment it seemed she had no escape, trapped in humiliation while the teacher stayed quiet. Then, with a calm she hadn't shown before, Maya raised her eyes and spoke softly, almost too soft for the class to hear. "Do you really want to know who my father is?" The smirk on the bully's face froze. Whispers cut through the air, the first hints of fear creeping in. Something was about to turn, and the room could feel it. The room went still as Maya stood, brushing dust from her skirt, her gaze steady and unshaken. The bully tried to laugh it off, but his voice cracked. "Yeah. Who cares who your dad is?" Maya's lips curled into the faintest smile. "The man you just mocked is the one your family pays to stay safe. My father runs this city." Gasps rippled across the classroom, the teacher's papers slipping from his hands. The boy's face drained of color as the weight of her words sank in. Suddenly, his swagger evaporated, replaced by a stammering silence. Maya didn't shout, she didn't need to. She simply picked up her broken pencil and held it firm, as if to prove she wouldn't be broken again. Respect isn't optional. Not here. Not anywhere. If you believe justice must always win, drop a comment and subscribe for more stories like this.